Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Monday afternoon to all my amazing viewers on this amazing channel. Today, the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars will be traveling 3,695 miles across the Atlantic Ocean to London, England, host of the 1908, 1940, and in 2012 Summer Olympics. London is also home of Buckingham Palace. London is also home of the Big Ben Tower, which is not far from, which is around the area of the tower, around the Tower of London, which is home of Britain's Parliament. And London, in fact, is home of the London Eye. It's a huge, gigantic Ferris wheel, and I think that's London's only Ferris wheel. So without a further ado, we'll see you guys at Wembley Stadium. Here we are at Wembley Stadium in London, where the Jacksonville Jaguars are considered the home team, which they usually host games in London once a year, and the Dallas Cowboys are ready to come out of the tunnel to battle each other off. And the question in everyone's mind is, who is going to win today's episode? Find out in the next coming minutes.
And the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
Alright, and the Dallas Cowboys are ready to kick off here in London as Dede Westbrook, who is not related to the former Philadelphia Eagles running back Brian Westbrook, is ready to return to kickoff, and he's going to get stopped down at the 25. And this is going to be a 1st and 10 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we're going to use the nickel formation here in London for our first defensive play. 1st and 10 from the 25. Gardner Minshew, he's going to throw the ball to Tyler Eifert, the former Cincinnati Bengals tight end, who signed with Jacksonville this offseason. So this is going to be a 1st and 10 for Jacksonville as they have possession of the football. And he's going to hand the ball off to Leonard Fournette, who, after week 1, signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alright, it's 4th and 16 now for the Jacksonville Jaguars as they have to punt this away. And Amari Cooper, the former Oakland Raiders wide receiver, will be returning it, and he kicks it out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So Dallas, they're going to have to start at their own 28. We're going to use the I form. We're going to use some inside zone for Dallas here. And now we're going to hand the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott, the former Ohio State running back. Only gains it for 9 yards. 2nd down and 1. We're going to use the slants route. And we're at the 37. For 2nd and 1, I'm going to throw the ball to Amari Cooper, and he gets a 1st down for only about 20 yards. So this is going to be a 1st and 10 for the Dallas Cowboys, and this is at the 42 on offense. So now Prescott, he's going to throw it, and it's incomplete. I thought it was going to be complete at first, but he let go of the ball, apparently, and is now going to be 2nd and 10 from the 42. And I'm going to throw it to Cooper, and he's going to run it and gets it in. Touchdown, Cowboys, as it's now going to be a 7-0 lead, and the Cowboys score their first touchdown of the football game. All right, it's 1st and 10 from the 17 here in London. As Minshew, he gets sacked by Anthony Brown, the cornerback. 2nd and 20 from the 7 here in London. And this will be the final International Series episode for the season. Don't worry, we'll have more London videos coming up in season 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so forth. So this is 3rd and 18 now for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I know I haven't done a lot of Mexico City videos. I got to start putting more Mexico videos. And that, my friends, is going to conclude the first quarter as the Dallas Cowboys are leading at 7-0 here in London. All right, 1st and 10 from the 33 here in London as they're going to hand the ball off to Leonard Fournette. Gets stopped at the 36, but Chris Conley, who is not related to the Utah Jazz player Mike Conley, is injured. 2nd and 6 now from the 36 here in Wembley Stadium. And no, this is not the first Wembley Stadium that ever existed in London. There was another Wembley Stadium that got torn down, I think when I was an infant, around 2002, and that hosted most of the events in the 1948 Summer Olympics, believe it or not. And this stadium was opened, I think, around 2007. The current one, and it was broke ground, I think, around 2002, maybe 2003, and DeMarcus Lawrence gets a fumble recovery after the Jacksonville Jaguars lose the football. Leighton Vander Esch made the sack, and this is going to be a 1st and 10 for the Dallas Cowboys here in London. That was a pretty cool fumble there as Leighton Vander Esch made the sack, and then he recovered afterwards. So this is going to be a 1st and 10 for a gain of 16 yards at the 31. So now we're going to use some more Ezekiel Elliott running plays, and then along the way, some way or another, we'll definitely get a touchdown, get a 1st down at the 20, and this will be a 1st and 10 for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, we're at the 20. We're in the red zone. This is good. This is where we really want to be. And we're going to run it and get stopped at the 10. We're going to take a small timeout here. All right, 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line here in London. Ezekiel Elliott gains 3 yards. All right, at 2nd and 7 from the 7-yard line, we're hoping to get our first touchdown with Ezekiel Elliott, and he runs it in. Touchdown, Cowboys, as it's now going to be a 14-0 lead here in London. And we will see you guys when we are on defense. All right, it is 4th and 8 for Jacksonville, and they have to punt. And the Dallas Cowboys are ready to return the punt. I'm guessing this is what I want, and we do not get a touchdown. 1st and 10 for the Dallas Cowboys, by the way. We're going to use the single back formation, and we're going to use Ezekiel Elliott, the Ohio State product. He's going to hand the ball off to Zeke Elliott. And does Elliott get it in for a 1st down? They're going to say not quite. But this will hopefully be a 1st down along the way. 2nd and 1 for Dallas, and we're going to run this in, get a 1st down, and all right, now it's 1st and 10 from the 37 here in London, and he's going to throw it deep, and Jalen Smith, the linebacker, who I placed him in for tight end, gets a 37-yard touchdown there, and this is going to be a 21-0 lead here in London as the Dallas Cowboys have 21 points up on the board, scored their 3rd touchdown, 2 passing, 1 rushing. And Chris Conley gets the first receiving touchdown of the game for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Touchdown. We see Gardner Minshew throwing the ball, gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And we'll see you guys when we have possession of the ball, which we only have 9 seconds left. All right, it is kickoff time here in London. And Amari Cooper is ready to return for the Dallas Cowboys. And he's going to get stopped at the 23. We're going to make one final snap before this 1st half is over because we're off to a good lead. Dallas is leading by 14, which we want them to at least win. Well, it's football. Any team can win in this case. But there's only 0 seconds, and the 1st half is over. Dallas is taking a lead by 14, 21-7. Okay, now as the Dallas Cowboys, we kicked off the 1st half. We returned the 2nd half. The Jaguars did the opposing thing. They returned the 1st half. They had to kick off just now. All right, now the Dallas Cowboys, Amari Cooper, he's going to get stopped at the 27-yard line, as this will be a 1st and 10 for the Dallas Cowboys here in this third quarter. And now we're going to use the running play, and we're going to use Ezekiel Elliott. 1st and 10 from the 27, hands the ball off to Elliott and gets stopped at the 32 for a gain of 5, 8 rushes, 71 yards. And the goal for Elliott particularly is to at least have over 100 yards rushing by the end of this football game. And I can guarantee you he definitely will. He definitely will. And he runs it, gets a 1st down at the 40, 79 yards in fact. So he's 21 yards shy to go before he can get at least 100 yards. So 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. He's going to hand the ball off to Elliott, runs it down at the 49. 1st and 10, 49-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Dallas Cowboys. And they're at the 49 as well. And they get stopped at the 46, 93 yards. So if they make this 1st down, so 93 plus 7 equals 100. So if he makes a 1st down, he will get at least over 100 yards, and he does. Right now, he has 100 yards, 109 to be exact, in case if you guys were wondering. So now we're going to use a 1st and 10 from the 30. We're going to pass play here, and my receiver is going to be maybe Amari Cooper, who knows. And I'm going to throw the ball deep to him, and gets it in. Touchdown, Dallas, as they take the lead 28 to 7 here in London. All right, and the Jacksonville Jaguars get a running touchdown with Chris Thompson, the former Washington Redskins running back. He only ran it in for 5 yards out, so he just runs it, breaks a tackle, gets it into the end zone, and we'll see you guys when we have possession of the football. All right, it is kickoff time here in London, England, as we got Amari Cooper ready to return the kickoff for the Dallas Cowboys. This is going to possibly end the third quarter. Oh, he's going to return it. He's going to return it all the way to the end zone, and he's going to get a touchdown. Slides on in there. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys, as they take a 102-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And after this PAT, they're going to lead this by 21 points. That was a great way to end the third quarter. And we're going to take a break, and we'll see you guys when we have possession of the football. All right, it's 3rd and 23 now for the Jacksonville Jaguars, as they're ready to play some offense here, and they're trying to avoid a sack. It's intercepted. Jalen Smith there. That was a cool INT to conclude the Jaguars' 3rd down. So that was an interesting way to get Jacksonville its 2nd turnover and us claiming the football. And I'm just going to run it in with Zeke Elliott, and I'm going to get a 1st down, and I do. Breaks 2 tackles on the day. 13 rushes, 130 yards. Something always is positive when we play Dallas. They tend to win. They always tend to win, along with their rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers, who constantly beats them almost every time they play against each other. And Ezekiel Elliott gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. And we're going to try to get it for 2 points here. We're going to try a 2-point conversion. And we're going to use the HB drive. So, 2-pointer. I'm going to hand the ball off to Zeke Elliott. He gets it in for 2 points. It's now 43-14. Dallas leading by 29. The Jacksonville Jaguars get a touchdown. D.D. Westbrook with a 101-yard kickoff return, and he's going to take it to the house. Nobody even stops him. He just runs it all the way, slides on into the end zone, and we'll show you a replay on that. All right, it is kickoff time here in London as the Dallas Cowboys are leading by 22. D.D. Westbrook, who is not related to Russell and Brian Westbrook, Russell plays for the Washington Wizards, wears number 4 recently, signed with them not too long ago, and Brian Westbrook, who is a former running back for the Philadelphia Eagles. Alright, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to do the onside kick here in London. And the Jaguars apparently have recovered it. So we did not recover the ball in time. So this is going to be a 2-minute warning already passed. So they only got a minute and 55 seconds left to go. And D.D. Westbrook gets a first down. 10 for 13, 172 yards, 1 touchdown, and an INT for Gardner Minshew. Luckily for Dak Prescott, he has not even thrown a pick yet, nor had a turnover. And I'm thinking, because of their great offense they have, those navy blue jerseys that they always tend to wear on my channel always bring the luck in them. And the only time they'll only wear white, those white jerseys, is when they play the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this is Jacksonville's first time wearing white in London. I mean, down in Florida they do wear white at home as well. But this is 3rd and 4 for the Jaguars. If they do not make a first down, it will definitely be a field goal. And they get a reception, and it's ultimately a touchdown. First receiving touchdown of the game for D.D. Westbrook, as this is now going to be a 43-28 lead. Oh, they're going to go for 2 here on this drive here in London. So they're going to try to get a 2-point conversion, and that is good. He passed it to DJ Chark Jr., and really, the Jacksonville Jaguars only need 2 touchdowns, including the 2 PATs, in order to tie this game up with the Dallas Cowboys. Alright, it's 1st and 10 from the 39 here in London. I'm going to throw it to Jalen Smith, who scored at least 1 touchdown in this game. The clock is winding down here in London. We're in the red zone, and there's only 17 seconds left before this football game is over here in London, and the Dallas Cowboys will be claimed as your winners. 43-29 is your final score here in London, Wembley Stadium. This is going to be the final NFL International Series game until Season 6 arrives. So, like I said, Dallas Cowboys win it they'd be the designated road team. 43-29 is your final from London. All I want to say is thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for more content in the near future, and we'll show you the next episodes. Alright, my friends, this will be the next episode. The Detroit Lions will be hosting the New York Giants. That wraps it up, everybody, and we'll see you guys soon.